Chosen one, the world has begun to respond to you in subtle but undeniable ways. What was once ordinary in your daily walk has now taken on a different shape. You notice it in the way people glance at you, the silence that follows when you enter a room, the slow smiles of strangers, and the shift in energy when your presence settles into a space. This is not coincidence. This is the awakening of your high sexual energy, refined, harnessed, and aligned, and it is now vibrating far beyond your physical body. This energy, this vibration, is not about seduction in the shallow sense. It is not about charm or rehearsed gestures. It is the silent language of spiritual magnetism, the raw, pure expression of a man who has come into communion with his primal force and elevated it through awareness and self-control. You are no longer merely a man among many. You are beginning to resonate like a tuning fork of the cosmos, echoing the frequency of someone who is aware of what he carries. Women feel it, not because you try to impress them, but because their bodies and spirits recognize something ancient in you, something they can't always name but never forget. It is the energy of presence, of grounded masculinity, of calm intensity. You no longer have to speak loudly to be heard. You no longer have to chase. You attract not through effort, but through alignment. And this, chosen one, is the first step in your awakening. The realization that your energy has become a force that affects the world around you. This new vibration is not just something others see, it's something they feel. It moves through your posture, your silence, your eye contact. It lives in the way you breathe, the way you listen, the way you occupy space without apology. It's not something you turn on or off, it's something you've become. And as you continue to grow into this awareness, you will notice that people begin to respond to you with reverence, with curiosity, and yes, with desire. But you must understand, the power of this energy lies not in how it affects others, but in how you choose to carry it. To awaken is not to dominate, it is not to manipulate. It is to remember who you are beneath the noise. It is to come home to your true self, the self that has always known its own power but no longer needs to shout. This is the energy that women now recognize. It's not performative, it's not desperate, it's not scattered, it's focused, contained, magnetic, alive. And so, chosen one, let this first chapter be your gateway. Allow the recognition of your vibration to ground you further into your truth. Feel the power that pulses beneath your skin, not as something to flaunt, but as something to revere. It is yours, yes, but it also belongs to something greater. The way you walk, the way you exist, is no longer just about you. Your vibration is a message, and the world has begun to listen. Do not fear this awakening. Do not shrink from it. You have earned this energy. You have cultivated it in silence. Let it now speak for you in ways that words never could. You are not becoming powerful. You are remembering that you always were. Chosen one, now that your vibration has risen to a frequency that others cannot ignore, you must learn to see the world through a new lens. A lens shaped by reflection rather than reaction. Every glance, every compliment, every spark of attraction that comes your way is no longer just an experience, it is a mirror. And that mirror reflects not just how others perceive you, but how deeply you perceive yourself. When a woman is drawn to you, when she compliments your voice, your stillness, your energy, she is often not complimenting a surface trait. She is responding to something her intuition feels, something her spirit recognizes. She may say you are handsome or confident, but what she's really expressing is, I feel safe here. I feel something real here. I feel seen here. And you, chosen one, must learn to listen to these reflections not with ego, but with awareness. Not to inflate your sense of self, but to understand how your energy is now shaping the reality around you. You are becoming a walking mirror for others. Your presence reflects to them what they desire, what they long for, what they are missing. Your energy may evoke attraction, admiration, even vulnerability. This is not a game. It is a sacred dynamic. The more clearly you understand how people experience you, the more compassion you must develop. Because not everyone is praising your power. They are often expressing how your vibration makes them feel powerful. You are reminding them of something they buried, something they hoped was real, something they hadn't felt in a long time. This is why the mirror matters. It allows you to engage with the world not from pride, but from presence. You begin to realize that the compliments you receive are not about perfection. They are about resonance. People are resonating with your authenticity, your stillness, your command of self. They are picking up on the frequency of someone who no longer needs to perform because he has become the embodiment of truth. And when someone reflects that back to you with admiration, it is not a reward, it is a message. So, chosen one, pay attention to the reflections. What do the compliments you receive teach you about the way you are being perceived? Do they reflect your essence or just your image? Are they invitations to deepen or warnings not to lose yourself? Let every interaction become a meditation. Let every moment of praise become a call to awareness. You are not just being seen, you are being mirrored. And the more honest you are with yourself, the clearer those mirrors become. If your energy begins to attract chaos, you will know it's time to return inward. If it draws peace, you will know your center is aligned. This is the gift of the mirror. It teaches you without words. It shows you without judgment. It simply reflects. And as women continue to respond to your high sexual energy, remember this: their words are only the surface. Their perception is shaped by what they feel. And what they feel is shaped by how deeply you are living in truth. So live deeply, chosen one. Let your energy speak clearly. Let the mirrors of perception show you who you are becoming. And let every compliment be a window, not to admiration, but to self-awareness. This is the next layer of your journey. And it is here, in the mirror, that your evolution begins to refine itself into legacy. Chosen one, now that your energy has begun to resonate on a level that others cannot ignore, you must confront what few ever prepare for: the quiet responsibility that comes with power. This power is not theatrical. It does not roar or demand the room's attention. It hums beneath the surface, subtle yet undeniable. It reveals itself in the softening of voices when you speak, the way eyes linger without reason, and how spaces seem to shift in your presence. And at the center of it all lies your high sexual energy, refined, conscious, and integrated. It is no longer a flame that burns outward. It is a current that flows inward and outward with precision. Women feel this energy, and they respond to it. Not just with admiration, but with openness, vulnerability, and a longing to be near its source. Your vibration now touches them beyond surface attraction. It evokes emotions, stirs their instincts, awakens memories they had not yet named. But with this recognition comes a test, one that is given to only those who have crossed the threshold from passive living into conscious embodiment. Will you use this power for validation or for alignment? Will you take from the attention or transform it into presence? Will you manipulate or will you elevate? The temptation to misuse energy comes not from malice but from immaturity. But you are no longer that version of yourself. You have grown beyond the need to prove anything. Your power now must be used not for gratification, but for guidance. Your energy is a tool for spiritual communication, and how you choose to wield it determines the kind of legacy you leave behind. To make women feel safe in your presence, even as they feel deeply drawn to it, is the mark of a man in his fullness. To hold space for their expression without turning it into conquest is the mark of your evolution. Understand this, chosen one. Your power is no longer personal. It is now relational. It exists within the fabric of every interaction, every conversation, every glance. When a woman compliments you now, she is not asking for attention in return. Often, she is simply honoring what your vibration made her feel. She may not even understand it fully, but something in her recognizes your energy as clean, potent, and rare. And it is your responsibility to hold that recognition with sacred intent. You do not need to retreat from the admiration. You do not need to hide your magnetism, but you must learn to channel it with precision. Let it inspire clarity in others, not confusion. Let it offer presence, not pressure. Let it show that masculine power is not meant to overpower, but to protect, to stabilize, to awaken what is real. This is the work now. Not to accumulate attention, but to refine its impact. Not to crave the mirror, but to become it. A mirror so honest, so still, so true, that those who look into you remember something sacred about themselves. You are not here to impress. You are here to embody. And embodiment means understanding that your vibration shapes the world around you, even when you are silent. That your choices leave imprints. That your touch, whether verbal, energetic, or physical, must never take what it cannot nurture. This is the responsibility of power. And now that you hold it, it is not weight to fear. It is a calling to rise into even deeper truth. You have become more than attractive. You have become felt. And to be felt is to be entrusted with something fragile and infinite. Handle it well. Walk with grace. Speak with reverence. And let your energy continue to change lives without saying a word. Chosen one, something far greater than charm or chemistry is unfolding through you. Your high sexual energy has evolved into a living signal, a frequency that pulses through your being, felt more than seen, known more than spoken. This energy, when fully awakened and aligned, becomes more than an internal power. It becomes a bridge, a conduit, a channel through which deeper connections are made, not just emotionally, but spiritually. When a woman is near you now, she feels something shift in the air, even if she can't articulate it. It's as if the veil between her guarded self and her truer self begins to thin. Her breath changes, her words soften, her eyes linger, not out of mere attraction, but out of recognition. She feels your vibration not on the surface of her body, but within the field of her being. Your presence activates something. Perhaps a memory of feeling safe, perhaps a longing to be vulnerable, perhaps simply the comfort of being seen without being judged. And this, chosen one, is what connection truly means. It is not about the exchange of compliments or smiles. It is the silent dance between two energies meeting in truth. When your energy is clean, when it is held with reverence, when it is not leaking out in desperation or disguised intentions, it becomes a sanctuary. And in that sanctuary, others feel they can breathe, express, and open. This is the gift you now give, often without realizing it. You are not just meeting people, you are meeting their energy. You are not just speaking, you are vibrating into their nervous systems, their thoughts, their intuition. And when done from a place of grounded wholeness, this becomes the highest form of connection, one rooted in presence, not performance. You must understand that connection is not control. It is not possession. It is not even pursuit. True connection is what happens when two energies exist fully and honestly in the same space, without needing to take from one another. You are not here to collect attention like trophies. You are here to create moments where others remember what it feels like to be in the presence of truth. Whether that truth is shared in conversation, silence, eye contact, or a simple moment of stillness, it is enough. And now that women are recognizing your energy more openly, you will find that many are drawn to you without knowing why. Some may compliment your physicality, your voice, your presence. But underneath those compliments is something deeper, an energetic conversation, an invisible alignment. It is not always about romance. It is not always about desire. Often, it is about being reminded of a feeling they had forgotten was possible. Your presence becomes a permission slip for them to come closer to their own truth. Do not take this lightly. Your connection with others is sacred, and it must be guided by integrity. You are not a flame to be admired from a distance. You are a fire that gives warmth without consuming, that invites closeness without chaos, that burns clean without smoke. As you move through this world, allow your energy to remain conscious, not withdrawn, not guarded, but intentional. Let those who come near you feel not just attraction, but elevation. Let them walk away from your presence feeling more themselves, not less, more awake, not confused, more clear, not scattered. This is the art of true connection, and you are now living it. You are not just one who carries energy, you are one who connects energies. And in doing so, you become not only powerful, but healing. Not only desired, but remembered. Not only recognized, but revered. Let your energy continue to flow. Let your heart remain open. And let the connections you create speak the language that words cannot. You are not here to impress, you are here to connect. And through that connection, to raise the vibration of everything and everyone around you. Chosen one, now that your energy has become undeniable and the vibration within you resonates with a power so rare, you must walk forward not only with confidence, but with uncompromising integrity. This is the part of the journey few prepare for. Because while compliments and admiration may rise like a tide around you, integrity is the raft that keeps you from drowning in the temptation of ego, indulgence, or misalignment. You are beginning to feel it. How easily you can pull attention without asking for it. How naturally women gravitate toward you. How your words seem to carry more weight. How your silence creates more space than entire conversations. But now, more than ever, you must remember that with every glance you receive, every compliment you accept, every moment of desire you awaken, you are also being asked a silent question. Can you be trusted with this influence? Integrity is not about being flawless. It's about being anchored. It's about knowing who you are when no one is watching and choosing to remain aligned when everything around you tempts you to abandon that truth. You may now find that your options have multiplied. More invitations, more attention, more open doors. But not all that is available is meant for you. Discernment is the sword that separates true connection from distraction. And that discernment is sharpened by integrity. Your energy speaks before you do. It reveals what you stand for without needing to explain it. And when your energy is backed by integrity, you move through the world with a kind of spiritual royalty. You are not just attractive, you are respectable. Not just magnetic, but trusted. Women are not only drawn to you because of your presence, they are drawn to what your presence implies. That you are solid, that you are sincere. That you are not performing a role, you are embodying a code. And this code is what keeps your path clear, even when the world grows loud around you. It is what protects your vibration from being diluted. It is what turns fleeting attraction into something sacred. Because when you respond to admiration from a place of integrity, you leave behind more than an impression. You leave behind transformation. This doesn't mean you must be serious at all times. It doesn't mean you cannot enjoy the playfulness of attention or the warmth of admiration. But you must remain rooted in what your energy was built on: stillness, awareness, self-respect, and purpose. Let others be charmed by you, but let yourself remain grounded in your truth. It will be tempting to use your power recklessly, to enjoy the thrill of being desired, to taste the attention you once craved. But understand this, chosen one, the more power you hold, the more fragile trust becomes. And once trust is broken, no amount of energy can rebuild what the soul no longer feels safe around. So hold your power carefully. Speak when it is needed. Offer your presence where it is welcomed. Let your desire be expressed through honesty, not manipulation. Let your confidence be quiet and unshakable. You are no longer just a man with energy. You are a man of principle. And that principle is what elevates you from being impressive to being unforgettable. Integrity is the thread that will weave your energy into legacy. And now that your vibration is being felt by the world, you must carry that legacy forward. Not for status, not for praise, but because your soul has outgrown anything less than truth. Remain steady, remain real, remain aligned. Chosen one, the current you walk with now has intensified. You have become a force, a presence that both calms and excites, that grounds and ignites. Your high sexual energy no longer roars. It hums with intention, like a river flowing quietly through mountains, unshaken, powerful, alive. But now, as attention follows your steps and admiration seeks your gaze, you must master the art of balance. Because the deeper you move into your power, the more you must learn to stay centered in it. Balance is not about restriction. It is not about denying the joy of being seen or the pleasure of being desired. It is about presence. It is about knowing how to hold your energy without letting it spill. It is about knowing when to give, when to listen, when to act, and when to remain still. In this season of your life, where compliments arrive like waves and doors open with ease, you must learn to walk the middle path, not too withdrawn, not too exposed. Women may now compliment you with increasing frequency about your energy, your voice, your calm, your confidence, your magnetism. Each compliment is a note in a song that reflects your growth. But if you begin to live for that song, to chase it, to need it, your energy will shift from being magnetic to being performative. And once performance takes over, your balance is lost. You must learn to welcome praise without feeding off it, to enjoy being admired without needing to be validated. This balance must also exist within you, between the primal and the divine, between your desire and your discipline, between the fire in your gut and the stillness in your breath. Sexual energy is not meant to be silenced. It is meant to be held with reverence. You are not here to extinguish your passions, but to become a master of their expression. That mastery is what allows you to flirt without misleading, to connect without clinging, to love without losing yourself. Your balance becomes your invitation. It is what makes others feel safe in your presence. Not because you are harmless, but because you are sovereign. Not because you lack power, but because you wield it with peace. In your balance, others feel their own energy settle. Their walls lower, their breath slows. And that is where real connection begins, not in performance, but in presence. The more balanced you are, the more magnetic you become. Not through effort, but through embodiment. You won't need to prove anything. You'll simply radiate something that others can't find elsewhere. And that radiation is what creates a field around you. One that people feel when you walk into the room. One that women recognize without needing to explain it. It is not just attraction. It is alignment. And that alignment is what you must protect at all costs. When the world praises you, stay humble. When your name is spoken with admiration, stay silent inside. When women respond to your energy with openness, meet it with clarity. Don't swing from one extreme to another. Don't fall into indulgence. Don't retreat into isolation. Walk in balance. Walk in rhythm. Walk with your energy held not like a sword, but like a flame in your palm. Open enough to light others, but guarded enough not to burn yourself. This is the path now, chosen one. You have moved beyond reaction. You are living in response, and every step you take in balance becomes a lesson to those around you. Not through your words, but through your being. Keep walking. Keep balancing. Keep becoming. Chosen one, whether you asked for it or not, your energy has made you influential. Not the kind of influence that relies on volume, platform, or title, but the quiet kind. The kind that changes the atmosphere just by entering a room. This is the influence that comes from embodiment. From a frequency so refined that it shifts others into greater awareness of themselves simply through proximity. You've become the silent force people feel before they even realize they're paying attention. Women, in particular, are responding to this frequency, and not with curiosity alone, but with a kind of reverence, because your vibration no longer reads as intention or technique, it radiates as truth. And truth is impossible to ignore. But influence is never just about being noticed. Influence is about the effect you have on others long after you've gone. It's about what lingers, what echoes, what awakens. You are no longer just making impressions, chosen one. You are leaving imprints. People walk away from you, not just remembering what you said, but who they were in your presence. Did they feel calm or chaotic? Did they feel elevated or small? Did they feel safe or exposed? This is what true influence does. It doesn't control. It reflects, it doesn't overpower, it expands. Your energy, once perhaps wild or misunderstood, has now been anchored through discipline and intention. And because of that, your presence now influences without force. You've transcended the need to prove or posture. You've moved into a space where people align themselves around your stillness. You are the grounding point. And from that place of centered power, everything you say, everything you do, everything you are begins to teach, even when you're not trying to. Women sense this before they speak it. They compliment your confidence, your charisma, your calm. But what they're really recognizing is your impact. They feel different around you, more open, more attuned, more aware of their own desires. You didn't hypnotize them. You didn't seduce them. You simply embodied a vibration that spoke to something ancient and sacred within them. And in doing so, you gave them permission to come closer to their own truth. This is the gift of your influence. Not just being admired, but being trusted. Not just being desired, but being felt in a way that brings others home to themselves. You must understand, this is a rare thing. Many chase influence, few become it. You have become it. Not by performing, not by manipulating, but by becoming so fully yourself that others can't help but remember who they are. So use this influence wisely. Let your presence continue to be a mirror, not a mask. Let your energy be a permission slip for others to exhale, to speak honestly, to open their hearts. Don't seek to impress, seek to inspire. Don't seek to own, seek to elevate. Every room you walk into is now a space where transformation is possible. Every conversation is a chance to leave someone better than you found them. Not through advice, but through how you are. The world is full of noise, full of actors, full of chameleons. You are no longer one of them. You are an anchor now, a lighthouse, a guide, not by direction, but by vibration. And as women continue to respond to you with praise, affection, and fascination, you must remain in that still knowing that your influence is not a weapon or a prize. It is a sacred trust. Protect it, embody it, and let it do what only real energy can: change lives without ever demanding to be noticed. Chosen one, the attention has grown. The compliments have become frequent. The admiration no longer surprises you. But if you're listening closely, something inside you whispers that there is more. That this is not the final form. That power without growth becomes stagnation. That stillness without motion becomes complacency. And so you stand now at the quiet threshold many never reach. The moment when everything outside of you says, you've made it. But something deeper says, now evolve. This is the paradox of true power. Just when others believe you have arrived, you begin again. Just when the world begins to see you as complete, you become the student once more. Growth at this level is no longer dramatic. It's not the kind you post about. It doesn't come with applause or ceremony. It comes in the silence, in the moments between compliments, in the stillness of your own reflection. Growth now looks like refinement, not reinvention. It's less about becoming someone new and more about removing what no longer aligns with who you already are. As women respond to your energy with growing intensity, as they compliment your presence, seek your attention, and offer their openness, you must ask yourself deeper questions. Not, how can I attract more, but how can I expand this energy to hold more? Not, how do I maintain this image, but how do I deepen this truth? Growth now is about capacity. Can you hold this level of attention without shrinking into ego or escaping into comfort? Can you remain rooted when others project their fantasies onto you? Can you grow in power without growing in pride? The true challenge now is staying honest with yourself. Because the more people admire you, the easier it becomes to believe their version of you over your own. The world will praise your image, your voice, your strength, but only you know where your next edge is. Only you know the discipline you've let slip. Only you know the conversations you've avoided, the truths you've softened, the risks you've delayed. The compliments may feel good, but they cannot replace the fire of inner growth. You must remain committed to your expansion, even when no one is watching. Especially when no one is watching. Growth at this stage is not about chasing higher peaks. It is about going deeper, into your habits, your intentions, your silence, into the parts of you that still long to be integrated, into the parts that are tempted to coast because things are already going well, into the choices you make when everyone's looking and the ones you make when no one is. That's where the next level lives. Not an external gain, but an internal clarity. And as you grow in this quiet, powerful way, your energy will change again. It will become even more refined, even more magnetic, even more stabilizing for those around you. You won't have to raise your voice to be heard. You won't have to be seen to be felt. You will carry a presence so whole, so evolved, so unshakable, that even the most chaotic energies will soften around you. Not because you demand it, but because you are it. So embrace this challenge, chosen one. Don't settle into admiration. Don't fall asleep in comfort. You are not here to maintain a vibration. You are here to evolve it. And the more you grow, the more those around you will remember what growth looks like. Not flashy, not loud, but real, intentional, sacred. This is the deeper path, and you are ready to walk it. Chosen one, by now you have come to see the outer world as more than just environment. You have begun to witness it as a mirror, a living, breathing reflection of your inner state. The compliments that once caught you by surprise now arrive as confirmations of your alignment. The energy that women feel from you, that vibrational pull they speak of in glances, smiles, and subtle gestures, is not something that exists outside of you. It is you. It is the distilled, embodied essence of your truth. And everything around you responds accordingly. When a woman recognizes your presence, it is not merely attraction. It is resonance. She is responding to the version of herself that awakens in your presence. Your vibration unlocks parts of her soul that had long been quiet. The way she compliments your calm, your energy, your silence, it says less about what she sees and more about what she feels reflected back. You become a portal of remembrance. You reflect not only who you are, but what is possible. But reflection flows both ways, chosen one. Just as you are a mirror to others, their reactions are also a mirror to you. Every compliment, every shift in tone, every moment of awe or admiration is also showing you something about the man you've become. And so the question becomes, can you see yourself clearly through their eyes without becoming lost in their gaze? This is the moment when your reflection must become your teacher. You can no longer rely solely on your internal compass. You must look at the patterns in your interactions. Do women feel inspired or dependent? Do they leave you elevated or drained? Do they see you as a vessel of presence or a vessel of validation? Their responses hold clues. Not to change yourself, but to understand how your energy is truly landing. Growth has brought you here, but clarity will take you forward. The more you witness yourself honestly through others, the more precisely you can refine your path.